Hey guys! I figure while I take this time that I have to myself, I'll make a video that I've actually gotten requests to do, which is awesome because I never get requests to do anything. Which leads into me wanting to thank all you guys for subscribing. You guys are awesome, and I know it's in part due, or actually probably mostly due to the Block B videos I've made. Whether you agree or disagree, you've subscribed, which means you're interested in what I have to say, which is awesome, so thank you guys so much. What I want to say now that I've gotten requests on is kind of spurring off of this Block B thing, and it's a really disturbing trend, when you can probably guess what the trend is from the title. It's racism, and what I've gotten requests to talk about is a songwriter named Jenny Hyun, who has written a song for SNSD and a song for Chocolate, the sort of meh rookie group. I mean, I'm not trying to like ignore the issue, but it makes me wonder why people care so much about this, since she's kind of a nothing songwriter in K-pop, in the K-pop industry. So, but I'll just get on with it. I'm guessing from her name that she's Korean American, and she seems to know English very well. So there was a boxer who basically was saying something about Jeremy Lin, who is a rising basketball star for the New York Knicks, who is also Asian. The boxer was saying that people just care about Jeremy Lin because he's Asian, and that black people play basketball like him all the time and they don't get the same recognition. And I can see where he's coming from. It definitely was not the way to like say it. And Jenny went off. But she didn't go off just on this boxer. She went off on all black people. She was calling them apes. She was saying that Asian people should be the #1 race and they should be, you know, bowed down to and respected. She was saying also, wouldn't it be great if there was a world with no black people? She's calling for the genocide of black people, and she's doing it on Twitter. Now, this rant isn't direct, like I said, it isn't directed just to the boxer. It just ended up directed to all black people and I guess all Asian people. And it's like a 13 tweet rant, and people were telling her to stop, obviously. But then she wrote an apology, but this apology was extremely backhanded and half-assed, because she's like, I don't regret the things I said, but I now know the line that shouldn't be crossed with what to say. So basically, she's standing by her statements, but she's sorry she said them in public. I don't know if you want to take that as an apology or not, but people are extremely angry at her. They're saying that since she wrote a song for SNSD, SM Entertainment should just ban her from writing songs. Like I said, she's a nothing writer. She wrote a song for Rookie Group and a song for SNSD, who have been around for years. She doesn't matter to the K-pop world, like, at all. So while I understand that people are upset, and no one should be, if they think like this, no one should say it, where black, white, Asian, whatever, everybody has the same access to what you're saying. You shouldn't say it. If you have nothing nice to say, then keep your mouth shut. Her family apologized for her on her blog, and also friends of hers were saying that she has like a history of psychosis and bipolar disorder, or a mental disorder that makes her lash out. And I'm not a psychology major at all, so I don't know this for sure, but I've never heard of a psychological illness that makes you lash out at a certain race. But maybe that's what she was directing her sort of bipolar anger on. I'm not defending her actions. That's just what that's what her close friends or whatever are saying. So, should she like be banned from the K-pop industry? It's hard to say, especially with a video that I found. I like watching Eat Your Kimchi. I think Simon and Martina are funny, and they know how to make a joke without making it offensive, except to those hardcore fans who find anything bad that you say about their favorite band offensive. And again, this is on Twitter, but they put up something and they said that they were hoping that the Korean media sees how bad this video is, and it's unacceptable, and it's completely racist, and it is on NBC, and I thought it was called Quiz Show to Change the World, but the title of this is called World Changing Quiz Show, so maybe it's like a rough translation of the show. I'll post the link so you guys can see. NBC. I just talked about this 2 years ago, and I'm still, 2 years from now, getting tons of shit for this the blackface thing. And before you guys say anything, yes, I know this doesn't just happen in Korea. Yes, I know that they were joking. Yes, I know that this happens in America, probably way more than it happens in Korea. The only problem is there is a huge mocking tone. And it's not a parody. It's like, at least with, I don't know, the first show that comes to mind is Mad TV, and if you're old like me, you know that show and how they would sort of, color their skin to sort of impersonate celebrities and stuff like that. But they were impersonating the celebrities, or, something like that. It was a parody to joke, but this one is total blackface, like the hair and their lips are like painted far out as if to show, that they have big lips or something. Like, that's not parodying. That's straight up mocking. This is the difference between what happens with America, like Tropic Thunder, like the thing with Robert Downey Jr., who completely blackfaced himself, but it was a parody. It wasn't to mock black people. He was, I don't know how to explain it, because I know that seems like I'm defending blackface in America, but I think it's totally wrong in Korea. There's just a line. Like, I don't think it's wrong if you're like an actor and you portray a different race. I'm not defending this at all. I'm just saying that there is a huge difference between an actor putting makeup on their face and what this video is showing, and totally exaggerating features on a different race to make them look just plain silly, like they're making fun of them. These guys in the video went all out with the brown shirt and the makeup and the hair, and I'm guessing it's a tropical fruit now, but what I'm saying is I'm not really sure, because the Jenny Hyun thing, that pisses me off, because that's just stuff you don't say. And if you want to say it, then you probably should get help, because calling for the genocide of a whole race is absolutely disgusting, and mental illness or not, I don't understand why in the hell you would do that. Why you would call out a whole race and embarrass your race by saying Asian people should be dominant and black people should go away. Like, that's disgusting and that's terrible, and I just can't believe she did that. And as for the video, NBC, don't you realize K-pop comes from hip-hop, and hip-hop comes from America, and America has black people. Like, I don't understand why they think, like, oh, it's so great that, black people have brought hip-hop to us, and now we're going to make this a style for ourselves as well, which is fine. But then to turn around and make fun of that race, that there is a difference between parodying and straight up mocking, like the Ki Kwang thing from Beast with the blackface thing, that was mocking, because of how they showed him eating a watermelon and everything like that, and the exaggerated features. It's like, if you're going to portray a different race, portray them accurately, not to mock them. So I don't understand where they're coming from. I don't understand why Jenny Han said what she had to say. I'm frankly really just put off by this whole thing. But I just want to remind people, as angry as they are, this happens everywhere. It's not just Korea I'm targeting, it's Korea I'm targeting because those are the examples that have come up this week. Next week it could be Japan, next week it could be China, it could be anywhere. And I'm not focusing on just Asia. America could have its times where it's not parodying and it's straight up mocking and it's absolutely terrible. The whole race thing is extremely sensitive. But I would hope at least, that knowing that they have a large foreign audience now, that NBC would be a little more careful. And I know they intended it as a joke. Like, I'm not trying to be butthurt and say, that they don't care about black people. I'm not going to go Kanye West here. I'm just saying they really need to think about who is watching now in 2012. And they need to think about what they put out there, because it's this sort of stuff that can ruin their reputation. Like, this video has like literally 98% negative thumbs down. It's a shame that racism is still so prominent, but it exists. And it's not just Korea, and it's not just Asia, it's everywhere. However, this proves to be a good example of how offended people still are, and how much more careful broadcasting companies like NBC should be. Should we live with it? No. Should we tolerate it? No. If you feel offended, say something. Like, I feel offended by this, even though I'm not black or I'm not Asian, but I'm going to say something because I feel like this is offensive to other races. I hope that they keep in mind who exactly is watching what they do, because one day they're going to push it way too, well, Jenny already did, but one day NBC's, or anybody, they're going to push it way too far. And by the time they recoil and say, oh, well, we didn't mean offense, we're sorry, it will be too late. So, then hopefully you understand. But if not, thumbs down me, question me, whatever. and I'll be happy to answer with hopefully a clearer point of view.